I don't want to argue with anyone. Be busy, ing. He is very busy doing many jobs these days. Careless. My careless driving caused the accident. Communication skill. Role-playing is helpful to improve students' communication skills. Complicated. The inside of this machine is very complicated. Concentrate. She needs to concentrate on her work more. Consider. You should consider taking his advice. Copy. My son is good at copying comedians. Cut off. He often cuts me off in the middle of what I am saying. Demand. The company will agree to the workers' demands. Detail. We will discuss the details of the plan later. Direct. He kept asking direct questions, but I didn't answer them. Disappointed. I understand why you're so disappointed. Effectively. Try to spend your time effectively. Effort. After years of effort, she passed the examination. End up, ing. They ended up losing all the money that they had. Faith. We have a lot of faith in our new leader. Focus on. The company will focus on developing new game apps. Get cold feet. I got cold feet before I gave my presentation. Get in the way of. That loud noise is getting in the way of my work. Get mad. Nobody knows why he got mad. Have a look. Could you have a look at the papers on the desk? Have one's head in the clouds. Try not to have your head in the clouds during class. Hit the books. If you want to succeed, hit the books. Instead. I had tea instead of coffee this morning. Keep in mind. He needs to keep his father's advice in mind. Keep a promise. I worked in a hurry to keep the promise that I had made to Jane. Kind of. My sister kind of looks like a famous actress. Let one's hair down. You need some time to let your hair down. Maybe. Maybe he will come to the party tomorrow. Mean. He sometimes says mean things to me. On time. Our plane will take off for London on time. Order. Around. My sister always orders me around. Pick. She picked out her wedding ring after much thought. Point the finger at. Some people pointed the finger at me for that result. Prepare. There is not enough time to prepare for the event. Prevent. We need CCTV here to prevent crimes. Preview. Use this button to preview the document before printing it. Rather than. I prefer calling rather than texting. Relationship. They will have a good relationship from now on. Relax. You'd better stop driving and relax for a while. Request. Why did you turn down his request for help? Scared. I was so scared that I couldn't move at all. Sentence. This sentence has 3 verbs. Somewhere. I think your earring is somewhere around here. Tend to. She tends to trust people too easily. Uncertain. Many young people are worried about their uncertain future. Uncomfortable. Most Americans feel uncomfortable with using chopsticks. Unfriendly. I don't go to that store because the clerks are unfriendly. Uniform. You look pretty good in your uniform. Upset. Can you explain why you were so upset? Work out. The matter must be worked out first. Actually. Though it looks easy to handle, actually it is not. Adventure. He used to tell us stories of his adventures. Alive. I feel like everything in this picture is alive. Alone. She doesn't like to study alone. Anywhere. He couldn't find his daughter anywhere. Asleep. Awake or asleep, he thought only about the problem. Award. You have to be proud of the award you got. Be honored. I am so honored to meet you in person. Cave. The rescuers found the children at the back of the cave. Cliff. It is dangerous to stand near the edge of a cliff. Climate. Climate change is a very serious problem for us all. Clothing. The organization will provide food and clothing. Combination. I think that his paintings have a great combination of colors. Competition. I hope you perform well in the competition. Counsel. She sometimes counseled me on her school life. Countless. The boy band has countless fans around the world. Due to. The festival was delayed due to the rain. Ecologist. Tonight's guest is the famous ecologist, John Adams. Environment. Everybody wants to live in a clean environment. Fit. She started exercising to stay fit. Get in shape. What can I do to get in shape? Glacier. It can be dangerous to walk on a glacier. Glow. A large number of stars glowed in the dark. Harsh. Few people think the punishment is harsh. Hike. My dream is to hike Pektu Mountain in the future. Include. The tour package includes your flights, hotels, and meals. Income. You should not live above your income. Indoor. I often visit an indoor rock climbing gym in the winter. Inside. Nobody knew what was inside the box. Insight. Some people say that he has insight into human nature. Inspire. His artworks have inspired many people. Investigate. The police should investigate the issue in detail. Jack-in-the-box. I bought a jack-in-the-box for my friend's birthday. Keep on one's toes. The captain is trying to keep his members on their toes. Location scout. The studio is looking for a location scout. Millions of. Millions of people around the world view their music videos. Miracle. It's a miracle that they are alive in the cave. Mountain range. What is the highest peak in the Alps mountain range? Peak. Their popularity will peak with their new album. Plankton. A blue whale eats over 2,000 kilograms of plankton every day. Rainfall. It is hot and dry here, and there's little rainfall throughout the year. Release. They will release the result of the survey tonight. Research. You need to research the market before you start your own business. Seashore. There are a lot of clams here at the seashore. Set. I like sitting here when the sun sets. Shoot. The director planned to shoot his first movie in New Zealand. Shooting star. What wish did you make as you watched the shooting star? Someday. She hopes that she will visit Italy someday. Spiky. Spiky plants are easy to grow at home. Stand in for. Could you stand in for me while I'm away? Sticky. I touched something sticky in the dark. Unique. His hobby is collecting unique masks. Universe. He wrote a book about how the universe began. Unusual. She has a very unusual eye color for an Asian. Weather report. The weather report said that it would clear up later. Whenever. Whenever I listen to their music, I become excited. Wish. The best of luck. I wish you the best of luck in the future. A bit. He said the movie was a bit boring. Afterwards. I will never meet him again afterwards. Already. I've called him several times already. Arrest. The police arrested him as soon as he came out. Article. I read a magazine article on her new design. Backwards. We were moving backwards because of the waves. Be used to, ing. I'm used to getting up early in the morning. Behind one's back. You should not play games behind your mom's back. Biography. I prefer reading a biography rather than a novel. Chest. Guess what is inside of this chest? Clinic. They take care of the elderly in a free clinic. Detective. I trust that the detective can find the true criminal. Devote one's life to. Mother Teresa devoted her life to helping children in need. Dynasty. The Joseon dynasty lasted for about 500 years. Educate. My job is to educate people about water safety. Embarrassing. He stayed calm even in the embarrassing situation. Female. Jane is one of the most common female names in the U.S. Flash. You can't use your camera flash during the game. Fortune. Most of my fortune came from my parents. Gamble. I've never gambled in my life. Gambling house. There are a lot of small gambling houses in Las Vegas. Gather. Lots of fans gathered at the airport to see the actor. General. The soldiers moved under the orders of the general. Government. The government has tried to develop north of the river. Horrible. He had a horrible experience in the war. Husband. I met my husband while I was watching a baseball game. Independence. In Korea, we celebrate Independence Day on August 15th. Japanese. Experts say that the Japanese economy is in trouble. Keep a secret. Can you promise to keep a secret? Make an arrangement. The president always makes arrangements with his advisors. Manchuria. I heard my great-grandparents lived in Manchuria. Marriage. Marriage is one of the most important parts of life. Marry. He asked her to marry him and she said yes. Merchant. The merchant sells fresh fruits at market. Movement. She led a student movement when she was in her 20s. Object. You can make an object using a 3D printer. Odd. It's very odd to me that he never eats meat. Officer. The police officer found a clue to solve the case. Package. I received a package from an old friend. Pilot. The pilot made a successful landing in bad weather. Prison. The criminal will be sent to prison soon. Realize. I realized the importance of my family. Release. The man was released from prison 30 years later. Ruin. I'm afraid that his son will ruin our company. Scholar. I think he is the greatest scholar ever. Service. The company has done community service for 10 years. Social studies. My mother teaches social studies at middle school. Strange. I heard some strange news the other day. Truth. I don't think he is telling the truth. Upwards. The experiment shows that the heated air moves upwards. Usage. We found another usage for the robot. Village. I want to live in a quiet village in my old age. Whisper. Don't whisper to each other in front of me. Wonder. Everybody wondered about her death. Yell at. My parents have never yelled at me. Add 2. You can add some sugar to the mixture. Anchor. The anchor asked him a few questions. As long as. I will stay with you as long as you need me. Attention. They did not pay any attention to the news. Background. Snowy mountains can be a beautiful background. Be eager to. They are eager to meet and talk to the band. Be filled with. I hope your life will be filled with happiness. Be similar to. His recent report was very similar to mine. Beat. My grandma used to beat on the table as she sang a song. Bring. To one's attention. We should broadcast. Bring. To one's attention. We should bring the matter to their attention. Broadcast. They will broadcast a program about the case this Sunday. Choir. I sang in the school choir when I was young. Compete. Despite the injury, he competed in the final race. Conductor. The conductor is standing on the stage. Deliver. The musician wants to deliver hope to people through music. Draw on. She drew on her experiences as she wrote the scenario. Endless. He thanked his fans for their endless love and support. Entirely. The world-famous singer sings entirely in Korean. Environmental. Environmental changes can affect all of our lives. Garbage. I put out the garbage twice a week. Imagine. I can't imagine life without the internet. In harmony with. Humans should live in harmony with nature. In the beginning. Short skirts were trendy in the beginning of the 1980s. Index finger. Please place your index finger on the finger scanner. Instrument. Do you know how to play this instrument? Keep a journal. I used to keep a journal when I was in my teens. Local. The local time is 11:20 in the morning. Mostly. He mostly sleeps during the day and is awake at night. Musical. My best musical teacher was my father. Nail. The cat scratched me with its nails. Notice. I noticed that somebody was following me. Orchestra. The pianist will perform with a large orchestra next month. Pain. She felt a pain in her feet after practicing football. Picker. The farm needs a lot of pickers in fall. Positive. I like him because he is very positive. Pure. The company sells pure and clean water. Put one's heart into. The old man puts his heart into making nice shoes. Recommend. Who would you like to recommend for the job? Recycle. We can recycle paper, cans, plastic, and more. Return. The singer will return from her European tour soon. Review. The president reviewed the new project. Send back. I had to send back the clothes because they didn't fit me. Serious. We are trying to solve this serious problem. Share. Family members share many things with each other. Shiny. The shiny necklace will go well with your purple dress. Shocked. We were so shocked when he headed towards his own net. Sign up for. I'm here to sign up for a yoga class. Solo. The cello solo part is the highlight of this song. Talented. They want the talented young rapper to be on their team. Tank. I found that the tank was filled with water. Thumb. Showing the thumb means a sign of agreement. Title. Everyone knows the title of their new song. Treasure. My daughters are precious treasures to me. Water pipe. The water pipes have frozen because of the cold weather. Worthless. If you don't use it, it's worthless. According to. According to the plan, they should finish it by Thursday. Admit. She admitted that she had made mistakes. Adult. Adults should pay an entrance fee, but children get in free. Argument. I had an argument with my boyfriend yesterday. Awful. The smell of that cheese is awful. Break down. The firefighters had to break down the door to get into the house. Chemical. You must wear gloves when you handle these chemicals. Chest. He crossed his arms over his chest. Citizen. He married a Korean and became a Korean citizen. Competitor. I ran a marathon with 2,000 competitors. Condition. The patient was in serious condition. Confess. Finally, they confessed everything to the police. Critical. His father is in a critical condition. Critically. Think critically and don't believe everything they tell you. Criticize. Do not criticize or make fun of your classmates. Current. Is this your current address? Describe. She described what happened last night. Disaster. This is one of the worst natural disasters ever. Escape. A lion has escaped from the zoo an hour ago. Extremely. Don't you think the restaurant is extremely loud? Fake. They were caught at the airport because they had fake passports. Formation. Do you know geese fly in a V formation? Goldfish. She wants to keep goldfish at home as pets. Harmful. Eating too much sugar is harmful for your teeth. Height. He is about the same height as my sister. Incident. Many people didn't know about the incident. Injure. He injured his back and legs on the mountain. Judge. It's difficult to judge whether it's true or not. Make up. She made up a scary bedtime story. Measure. He is measuring the length and width of the table. Mine. My uncle found gold in a mine and became rich. Mislead. News often misleads us with wrong information. Motive. The motive for the fight between them was unknown. Muscle. These exercises help keep your muscles strong. Nevertheless. Nevertheless, many people came to the festival. On the loose. The prisoner escaped from jail and he is still on the loose. Panic. People panicked and screamed when the hotel caught on fire. Poem. He enjoys writing poems in his free time. Prove. She should prove they are wrong. Public. The museum will be open to the public next month. Publish. He has published several novels and I have read them all. Recognize. I was able to recognize my old friend by her voice. Reliable. We are looking for someone who is honest and reliable. Riddle. Solve this riddle or you can't open the door. Search for. You can search for a good hotel on this website. Seriously. He can't talk now because he is seriously hurt. Shoot. They were shooting arrows at bottles. Slav. I have several good Slav friends. Source. He couldn't find the source of the story. Spell. Could you spell your name, please? Spot. I spotted what was wrong with my homework. Strengthen. This exercise will strengthen your body. Support. Use a few examples to support your opinion. Temperature. The temperature went up to 40 today. Think outside the box. We started to think outside the box to make something new. Trust. I can't trust her anymore because she lied again. Wound. He had been wounded in the arm. Hard day's work. After a hard day's work, I was very tired. Be stuck on. We were stuck on the elevator this morning. Bring back. He hasn't brought back my book yet. Carpet. Actors and actresses are walking on the red carpet. Castle. The princess lived in this old castle for her entire life. Character. He is the funniest character in this film. Chat. She laughed and chatted happily with her family. Chef. The chef is famous in Korea for Chinese food. Comfortably. He is comfortably sitting on a sofa and watching TV. Confusing. The new rules are confusing for many students. Continue. He checked his notes, then continued without a pause. Death. The number of deaths on the roads is rising every year. Deserted island. He has lived on this deserted island alone for 10 years. Design. These buildings were designed by the artist in the 1970s. Dragon. Some people said that a huge snake turns into a dragon. Exhibit. She has exhibited many of her works at this art gallery. Expensive. He always wears expensive clothes and shoes. Expert. My brother is an expert at computer programming. Explain. He explained why he left early that night. Explain oneself. I didn't want to explain myself about the incident. Express. I would like to express my thanks to my friend Gina. Failure. His new film was a complete failure. Far away. My grandmother lived on a faraway mountain. Foolish. Going out in a boat in this weather is foolish. Forever. Many people will remember his wisdom forever. Freedom. My parents gave me the freedom to do whatever I liked. From head to toe. We were covered in mud from head to toe. Go wrong. I don't know when it started to go wrong. Hire. We hired a magician for a birthday party. Lastly. Lastly, I would like to ask about your future plans. Live by. Everyone needs to live by the rules. Look after. He loves looking after flowers in his garden. Luxurious. All of the rooms in this hotel look luxurious and expensive. Magical. Do they really have magical powers? Make friends. I made many friends at the summer camp. Matter. It doesn't matter to me who wins the game. Motto. I always have my motto to go by. Pass away. Her grandfather passed away last year. Past. We have learned from the mistakes of the past. Pot. There is a little soup left in the pot. Priceless. All the paintings in this museum are priceless. Puzzled. All the students were puzzled by the question. Reward. They gave him a reward for his hard work. Run out of. I ran out of money because I used all I had to buy a concert ticket. Settle in. After he had traveled for years, he settled in New York. Situation. It's a difficult situation and I don't know what to do. Stardom. The band has risen to stardom these days. Take one's share. Do not think of taking his share. Throughout one's life. You have so much to learn throughout your life. Twin. The girls look a lot alike, but they are not twins. Wisdom. My grandmother used to give me a few words of wisdom. With open arms. My aunt welcomed me with open arms. Aboard.
It's time to go aboard.
Above. There is another window above the desk. Affect. Every choice you make affects your life. Allowance. I'm saving my allowance to go on a trip. Anchor. One day, a large ship anchored off the seashore. At a glance. I noticed what had happened at a glance. Be likely to. I think tickets are likely to be more expensive next year. Behavior. We think that his behavior is rude. Billion. Over 7 billion people live on Earth now. Combine. He wants to combine his job with pleasure. Compare. You should compare prices before you buy things. Compete. The stores are competing with each other. Concept. We need to come up with a new concept now. Consume. We consume a lot of time in studying every day. Convenient. It's convenient for me to go to school by bus. Deal. The two companies failed to make a deal. Disappear. While I was talking on the phone, my sister disappeared. Discount. There is a 20% discount on all products only for today. Effect. Some people worry about the effect of music on people. Encourage. The new teacher encourages students to think creatively. Endanger. The fire endangered animals in the forest. Fix. Many posters are fixed on the wall. For a moment. You should hold your breath for a moment. Furniture. We need to buy some furniture for the new house. Furthermore. Furthermore, it's impossible to do two things at once. Go well with. I think this blouse goes well with the skirt you are wearing. Go window shopping. Why don't we go window shopping this weekend? Immediately. As soon as you get there, call me immediately. In comparison. In comparison to her problems, mine seems small. Influence. She has already influenced many people. Keep track of. The machine is keeping track of all data. Lack. The main problem here is the lack of water. Laptop. I can work on my laptop while I am away. Last. However, this happiness didn't last long. Lead to. Do you know this road leads to a forest? Match. The bag doesn't match your jacket. Mention. Did I mention that I will move to Canada next month? On display. I'd like to have those running shoes on display. Overheated. The engine was overheated after driving. Parade. Many people came to the festival to enjoy the parade. Purchase. I'd like to purchase this computer. Quality. Our products are expensive, but the quality is good. Quarter. She cut each apple into quarters. Refund. Can I get a refund for this hat that I bought a week ago? Replace. It's time to replace the batteries. Striped. The man wearing a striped shirt is my teacher. Suit. His new hairstyle really suits him. Tight. I am not comfortable in these tight pants. Wagon. If you take this wagon, you don't need to walk around. Waste. Do not waste your money on buying worthless things. When it comes to. When it comes to cooking, he's better than me. Achieve. To achieve his dream, he trained every day. Apply. The rules don't apply to children. Astronaut. The astronaut spent 15 days in space. Attach. You should attach your photograph to the form. Bend. He bent down to pick up his gloves. Billions of. The company spends billions of dollars a week. Bottom. The water is so clear that we can see the bottom. Celebrate. How about having a party to celebrate his birthday? Changeable. The weather in London is very changeable. Connect. You can connect a smartphone to a computer with this cable. Contain. All of the boxes contain clothes and books. Cotton candy. My father often bought us cotton candy when we were young. Crush. These cars were crushed in the accident. Detect. This machine has sensors to detect water use. Distance. The house is a short distance from the sea. Dot. This fish has many dots on its tail. Eatable. The food at that restaurant isn't eatable. Eventually. After a long search, I eventually found the missing umbrella. Exist. Do you believe life exists on other planets? Exploration. Space exploration seems exciting to me. Extend. Lie down on the floor and extend your legs. Far away from. My home is far away from an airport. Figure out. I couldn't figure out how to solve the problem. Float around. If you take this hot air balloon, you can float around the whole city. Gravity. Apples fall to the ground from a tree because of gravity. Impossible. It is impossible to live without water. In the blink of an eye. Shooting stars fall in the blink of an eye. Incorrect. You can't pass the test with so many incorrect answers. Infinite. You should know that your possibilities are infinite. Instantly. When he heard the news, he ran out of the room instantly. Layer. There is a thick layer of dust in an empty house. Lean. She had to lean forward to hear his voice. Look back. She needs to look back. Her European tour soon. Mars. We may be able to go to Mars for a trip in the future. Match up. It doesn't match up with this hole. Natural resources. There are many natural resources in this country. Ongoing. What do you think about this ongoing issue? Passenger. 200 passengers are on the plane. Persistent. I have a persistent headache and neck pain. Physics. She wants to study physics in university. Planet. What is the closest planet to the Earth? Print out. Will you print out your report? Punch. I punched some holes in the paper. Researcher. The researchers asked a few questions to the students. Root. The roots of trees grow in the earth. Shortcut. I know a shortcut to my school. Spaceship. We sent our spaceship to the moon. Surface. A leaf is floating on the surface of the water. Telescope. He is looking at the stars through a telescope. Theory. The theory doesn't make sense to me. Throat. I have a sore throat and a runny nose. Tough. It was a tough decision to move to Busan. Unstable. That chair looks unstable to me. Vast. Vast forests cover the area. Worm. The early bird catches the worm. Wormhole. Does it look like a wormhole? Does it look like a wormhole?
네, 이상으로 단어와 수거를 모두 마쳤습니다. 그동안 수고 많으셨습니다.